started. Who cares? Just start. Why won't she just stop? Why? I need more people to understand why I do love this. I love all of this, but stop. Why did my stream just end like an hour ago and I'm already back streaming the same day? Why? There's no reason for this. It doesn't need to be happening, but it happens. Why? Because people are sick, and they're sick in their minds, and they're sick in all the avenues and how they choose to operate. So hold on, give me a second. I kind of essentially gave up. We back again. We're back again. I essentially gave up. And I just gotta know why. Can anyone explain to me in excruciating detail why? Is it important to your evolving, Leah? Oh my God. I wasn't even going to. I was literally sitting here piecing together the video I did, the clip of yelling at the guy who was talking about anime being for black people. And she just drops another one. She just drops another one for no reason. And I'm just sitting here like, why? Why did you do this? For what? What's the purpose? There's no reason for it. I might have to call Chris. I might have to get Chris in on this one. She just uploaded this like an hour ago. I think as I ended my stream. I'm calling Chris. I gotta call Chris. I don't know if he's gonna answer, but I see he's like in his little weird do not disturb mode. So I'm calling him. I gotta see if he's gonna answer. I gotta see if he's gonna pick up. I don't know if he will, but let's just give it the old try. He didn't answer. I think he immediately rejected the call. I'm gonna pester him to answer. At work? Oh, it's sick. What do you mean you at work? Who goes to work anymore? Who goes to work any? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now I gotta watch this mongoloid. I gotta watch it. I have to. Oh, what is work? Who knows what work is anymore, man? Who knows? I was gonna play WWE. So you know what? Screw it. We're here. We're back. Let's see what Keffals brings to the table now.
Changed my mind about Vaush, and as you may have
Hold up, I missed some audio.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I recently uploaded a video called I Changed My Mind About Vaush, and as you may have noticed, I took the video down. Now there are many reasons for why I did this. First of all, I think that people got the wrong impression about what I was trying to say.
What do you mean? You said it perfectly. You spoke against it. You realized that it was a bad thing to be on the side of. You kind of word saladed a little bit to try to make it seem like you're the victim, even though you were part of the problem. You didn't need to be part of the problem. You just decided you wanted to be a part of the problem. That was it.
And I didn't want to deal with getting dogpiled on the video. I'm
Too bad.
not trying to start a fight with anyone. I'm not trying to continue any sort of drama. I was mostly just trying to give my thoughts in a calm, collected manner retrospectively about everything that happened. So I'm going to try doing the video again. If you see the Minecraft parkour in the background, that is a new addition to the video, and when it's face cam...
Wait a minute. Wait. She's trying again? No, don't do that.
It's the video that I previously uploaded. I noticed that small channels are already re-uploading my video, and I'm going to assume that people think that I'm trying to hide something, but I'm really not. In philosophy, Occam's razor is the problem-solving principle.
I do not care about Occam's. Oh my God, I'm gonna. Why are we talking about Occam's razor? For what?
That recommends searching for explanations constructed with the smallest possible set of elements. So in other words, it's not that I'm some sort of evil mastermind, it's actually that I'm just really stupid. I'm gonna allow-
I mean, we knew that already. We knew that for like a few years. How long has she been relevant on the internet? How long has Keffals been relevant to you all on the internet? I've known Keffals for maybe about a year and a half, maybe. So I'm not too familiar with Keffals and how she operates. Leon, don't throw your chair. It's too big to throw, and I still have the old chair to throw.
Elaborate more than I did in the first video to clear up any of the misconceptions that people had, because people assumed that this was some sort of takedown video, which it absolutely wasn't. Also, it goes without saying, please don't harass these small channels that are re-uploading my content without permission. It's annoying, but
she might be coming to get you. She might be coming to get y'all.
I honestly don't care that much. I want to do my little commentary, I want to have a good time, and I want everyone watching this to also have a good time. So let's get into it. I wanted to give my thoughts about everything now that time has passed, and I kind of stepped away for a bit to...
This is, she said, like, all the face cam is just her old video. Okay.
think about everything that happened over the last 2 months. I'm talking, of course, about the situation that went down with Vaush. So to those who aren't aware, the situation that happened in February was Vaush accidentally leaked a folder full of images that he should not have had on his computer, and it created a living hell. For him, for me,
but once again, we could do this the same way. It did not create a living hell. What are we classifying as a living hell? A bunch of people online laughing at you? If that's a living hell, I would love to know what would be excruciating pain.
For anyone in his general proximity. Now, when I originally uploaded this video, I had a lot of people in the comments saying that I was victim blaming him, but I 100% believe that this was entirely avoidable if he just decided to not goon at his streaming computer and buy a laptop.
Yes!
Or a phone.
Yes!
You know, this was all on him. This is boomer tier behavior, to be honest. A lot of people said that I needlessly inserted myself into all of that drama that happened.
You did.
And I want to talk about that because I partially agree, but there's also a
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? It's a boot.
Different side of this that people probably weren't aware of. I saw all of this playing out. I wasn't planning on weighing in. None of this was my problem. But then my friend Tipster...
You know what's crazy? I was supposed to be streaming on Twitch. That's what I was supposed to be doing. That's what I was supposed to be doing.
Decided to call out Ethan Klein on Twitter for how he covered the entire situation that happened with Vaush. And then when Ethan Klein responded, I was like, okay, I have 2 friends now who are getting put on blast by a really large content creator. I decided...
Arguably, you could consider both Vaush and Tipster are large content creators. Now, you might scoff at me saying Tipster's a large content creator, but number-wise, he does have 100K subs, and he's considered large weight-wise. Like, come on now. He's not this 5K sub YouTuber. And he's been around.
That I was gonna get into the mud because I care about my friends. I don't want to see my friends getting attacked. That was a huge mistake. Now, when I say that it was a mistake, I'm not saying that I regret doing it. I stand by everything that I said during all of that drama. I don't think Vaush is the word that...
So if you stand by it, what is all of this for? Why are we here? Like, if you stand by it, what's the point of being like, oh, I think it's all weird and blah, 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 blah. What's the point? What's the angle here? Are you bored? Do you just need more content to put out?
It's probably gonna get this video demonetized, which I'm not gonna say it because I like money. I think that Vaush is a good person. I just think that he was incredibly careless and that this was an avoidable situation. Hindsight is 2020. If I could go back and just let everything play out without getting involved, obviously I would have. And I don't want to beat myself
Said if Xanax was a person.
Up that much because I think that my instinct to want to protect my friends when I see them getting attacked is a good one.
What? Online people calling them weird? Congratulations, you failed.
Like, it shows that I really care about people. Caring about people and wanting to protect people, sometimes that's not always the greatest idea. Now, it goes without saying, I'm not willing to defend people when I think that they legitimately are doing bad things.
Class, got a question. Simple question, but it's a question. Are you a good person who downloads child porn? Is there any person in history that could be labeled a good person for downloading child porn? Like, come on. It's an honest question. I know it may seem like a gotcha, but come on, class. I think a couple of you are reasonable enough to answer that. Are you a good person downloading and jerking it to child porn? And let me up the ante a little bit. And the reason you did it is because you're a size queen. Like that was the whole stake. In his explanation, he says he's a size queen.
In the situation with Vaush, the reason that I defended him is because I believed him when he said that this entire situation was an accident. A really unfortunate accident, but an accident nonetheless. If evidence were to come out that he lied about that and that this was a situation where he knowingly went out of his way to find those images,
I'm sorry, but when you admit that you have all this on your computer and the only reason you download it is because you're a size queen, this is not your first time doing it. That's just what we saw. What else you got in that folder, bucko? What else you got in the other folders, bucko? Like, what else?
would be absolutely furious. And this entire situation has kind of made me reevaluate how I even feel about Vaush in the first place. To be completely honest, I don't really like him as much as I used to. I actually feel hurt and let down by him. I think me saying this might have been where people decided to start getting annoyed with me for saying all of the things that I said in this video. So let me elaborate a bit more on what I meant by this.
What? There's nothing to elaborate. You were cool or friends or associates with one guy, and he did a thing, and you said, you know, I kind of just want to let you do your own thing, man. I don't hate you, but I kind of view you in a different light now. That's it!
My intention here isn't that I'm trying to join the secret breadtube clique. I'm not going to be going Noah saying
clique? What the fuck is a clique? It's click. What? It's where we got what is clique?
Samson Vaush effect right now. I'm just honestly saying that given the way that this situation played out, it does hurt because the allegations against Vaush have been going on for years. The fact that he didn't take precautions to avoid this situation happening is completely reckless. And I expected more of him because he seems to always be a person who thinks about what they're doing and does everything with clear intention. And I always really admired that quality in him because that is not a quality I have. I am an incredibly impulsive person.
We know.
And I have been basically my entire life. I am on the maximum Adderall dosage that is recommended for health reasons, and my doctor still ranks me as needing improvement with my ADHD. My silly brain knows no bounds. It was
Why did you pull a Google? Okay.
Such an avoidable mistake. This is me being as charitable as possible, believing him when he said that he downloaded Lolly by mistake. Even if that was 100% true, he could have avoided this. He didn't need to download porn on his work computer. That's just bizarre, and he put so many people.
Who?
People whose livelihoods actually depend on him.
Chat, are any of you Vaush fans? I must know. And even if you aren't, let's say me. Let's say I show you my goon folder. I show you what I jerk it to. Are you somehow, is your livelihood at stake because of that? Or is it, oh, you really love busty Latinas? Like, is your life on the line, or does Leon really just love, and I quote, mommy milkers?
In the crosshairs because of how reckless he is. To be fair to Vaush, he did apologize.
Don't say to me. You got motherfuckers jerking it to horse cocks. I'm jerking it to normal adult women.
To his entire community. And I think that his apology was sincere.
Look, first of all, I want to apologize.
And didn't y'all see what was on my Twitter timeline? Would y'all like to see it again?
For making it so difficult to be a fan of mine. And a member of my community. Seriously, I'm sorry. in this respect at least, you know, I think I've let you guys down. I think this is a great community, you know, exceptional even. And as a consequence of my obstinance and carelessness and stupid fucking debate bro hypotheticals, many of you have been ostracized from other online communities.
Leon's photo is gonna be Johnny's and Ted. Oh no, not that desperate.
Or harassed on my behalf. The content of this channel and my messaging is unambiguously progressive and inclusive and good-spirited.
No, because I don't idolize any YouTubers. Liar.
You know?
You idolize somebody, it just ain't me.
That might not be the popular conception of me and my content, but it remains true nevertheless. None of the people who enjoy my content for those reasons expected, I imagine, to be pushed out of other communities with similar values because they were a part of mine, because of me and my reputation.
And honestly, the only thing that I'm saying is that he genuinely made mistakes, and those mistakes hurt other people. He admits that he made mistakes. And
listen to me and listen again, and listen to me carefully. Nobody was hurt by this. There's only one person that took a significant hit, and it's Vaush. No fan of Vaush. Nobody. The idiots who decided to speak loudly on streams to defend him, they were already damaged. They just don't fucking understand anything.
up until now, I have not actually said anything about how I felt because I didn't want to show my own frustrations with him while he was under such a magnifying glass. And this entire situation just
also,
really
stop hiring
soured
black
me.
people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you?
To even wanting to be part of his community, to be quite honest. Because if he cared as much as he claimed, he would have taken more precaution with his actions to not have a situation like this blow up. And for people who were his friends and for people who wanted to defend him through this, they just got mercilessly dragged while he stayed silent about the whole thing. Now, for the record, Vaush absolutely did the right thing by staying quiet. Him speaking up during all of this, even him defending me during all of this, it would have had the exact opposite effect. What he did was the best thing that he could have done in that situation. And the only reason that I feel comfortable talking about it is because people have more or less moved on. And now he's moving on, and people are still giving me hate, not for my own actions, but for his. They're redirecting the hate onto me. Well, he's in his fortress and hasn't even tweeted on his Twitter since like February 18th.
Leon, you're back? No, I'm forward. What does it look like? Does it look like I'm streaming again? Jesus. Why the questions? Just enjoy.
I want to clarify on this point as well that I absolutely do things to rile people up. Sometimes intentionally, most of the time completely unintentionally. I feel like sometimes I just have way too of an emotional reaction to things. And
no, you? No, not sweet baby Keffals. No, not even close.
And I'm always trying to step back and to think about what I'm going to say before I say it, which is part of the reason why I'm not live streaming as much anymore. And I'm doing these videos where I have the time to actually sit back and think about what I want to say before I put my
Guess what? You thought about it and it still sucks, apparently.
thoughts out to everyone. But I feel like saying that, oh, I just get hate for no reason, or oh, I just get hate because I'm trans, is deflecting from the fact that I very obviously do.
Delete this. Where's the video? Delete it. Delete the never-ending nightmare of being a trans YouTuber. Delete it. If you stand by what you just said, delete it. Delete it. If I wasn't trans, Keffals could have turned me into a transphobe. See how negative Keffals is? That's why I must save my trans brothers and sisters from this level of tyranny. We are sick of this. We hate it.
About
What did Keffals do now? Well, she once again tries to respond to all of this shit, and I think I skipped so many layers of the video.
as I did, I had to face the consequences of that. You can't absolutely did the right thing by staying quiet. Him speaking up during all of this, even him defending me during all of this, it would have had the exact opposite effect. What he did was the best thing that he could have done in that situation. And the only reason that I feel comfortable talking about it is because people have more or less moved on. And now he's moving on, and people are still giving me hate, not for my own actions, but for his.
No, I'm giving you hate for your own actions of defending a guy in the indefensible position. No, I'm giving smoke towards you. I already gave my smoke towards him. Hello again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Since everybody's so confused, yes, I'm streaming again. Hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your way of life and how you choose to live.
Redirecting the hate onto me. Well, he's in his fortress and hasn't even tweeted on his Twitter since like February 18th. I want to clarify on this point as well that I absolutely do things to rile people up. Sometimes intentionally, most of the time completely unintentionally. I feel like sometimes I just have way too of an emotional reaction to things.
No,
and I'm always
not
trying to
you.
step back and to think about what I'm going to say before I say it, which is part of the reason why I'm not live streaming as much anymore. And I'm doing these videos where I have the time to actually sit back and think about what I want to say before I put my thoughts out to everyone. But I feel like saying that, oh, I just get hate for no reason, or oh, I just get hate because I'm trans, is deflecting from the fact that
She said doo-doo. I didn't even notice.
I very obviously do things to instigate the reason why people are mad at me. Like, for instance, I, again, never needed to get involved in any of this drama, but I did. And because I did, I had to face the consequences of that. You can't just walk into an active war zone and then complain that you got shot, knowing
You did. But you did. You did it. Tipster did it. Ah! Oh!
that you just walked into an active war zone. That's ridiculous. All of the lies and misinformation about me that started on kiwi farms,
None of this has anything to do with this guy.
that culminated in the entirety of the events of 2022, got brought back to life as a result of this situation because I wanted to defend my friend. I don't think if the roles were reversed, he would do the same for me. So, first of all, I want to address the very end portion
Think slowly about how you say about. A boot. A boot.
of this here and say that he has been there for me. He's been there for me through a lot, and I've always respected him for it. He said before that he had a lot of people who came into his community because they knew about me and they knew about the kind of lies and misinformation that was spread about me and how that actually translated to and escalated into real life harm, including swatting, stalking, and all sorts of insane stuff that happened. And any sort of misinformation that gets brought up against me in the future, that's not Vaush's fault. He had nothing to do with that.
No shit, Sherlock? You're just the weirdo who decided it'd be great to do that?
And I feel like it's wrong for me to redirect any sort of blame onto him when he has nothing to do with it. I do also think that people are tired about hearing about everything that happened in 2022. The honest truth is that I really do need to move on from what happened. It's just very hard.
You know, as somebody who struggled with moving on it, you know what helps? Not talking about the fucking thing. If you don't talk about the thing, you don't forget about it, but it slowly leaves your mind to an egregious level. You don't think about it as much. As days go by where you don't fucking constantly sit there and make yourself think about the shit, it slowly goes to the back of your mind where you can forget about it up until you remember it and have a laugh. And that's what everybody can do, have a laugh.
Hard too, given how traumatic of a time it was. And I often struggle with moving forward because it's become such an integral part of how people know me and the story of who I am. And I find it really hard to decouple that, to talk about it earnestly without also invoking the memories of one of the worst times in my entire life. And in the same breath, there are a lot of people who
Shit, if I made it $100,000 off the worst time of my life, shit, you wouldn't hear me complain.
really don't want me to move on from all of that. It's not even really a topic that I want to even elaborate on in depth. I reached out to him because I wanted to talk to him, and he sent me an apology. I asked if I could call him, and he said, I'll be honest, I'm a little socially burnt out at the moment, so it might be a little bit before I'm willing to call. I do want to say, though, how much I appreciate you speaking positively of me and how sorry I am that this was all turned around on you. Hope you know my decision to stay quiet was not at all a product of my indifference to your suffering. I just knew defending you would probably make things significantly worse for both of us, which is why I went quiet for a while as I did. And I think he knows him not being in my corner through all of this didn't make it any worse for him, but it has hurt a lot going through all of this alone. So I want to say that looking back, I did not need to include the DM with Vaush at all whatsoever. Not an excuse for it, obviously.
Can you apologize to Ethan Klein for like the gaslight of like, oh, I got Ethan's phone number because of that?
But at that point, I had been awake for over 30 hours, and I had 8 hours of sleep in the 3 days prior to making that video. So the only reason I include this was because I wanted to make sure that people had the receipts. I just wanted to verify to the audience that it was an interaction that took place. So this video isn't a Vaush hate video. I think that Vaush is a complex person. Vaush has made a considerable amount of mistakes, to put it lightly, throughout his career. He's also done a lot of good with this community. He raised almost $300,000 for the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's commendable, and I think he should be given credit for that. It's just unfortunate that for many people, that's not going to be what he's remembered for. I can't believe that I'm currently epically debunking my past self in the marketplace of ideas, but I feel like this was just not something that I needed to say, because the same thing can be applied to me. One person will remember me as like a trans activist who heroically took on a bunch
No.
of Nazi trolls. And other people are gonna remember.
No, people are gonna remember you for being the loser who wanted to ratio people, and you did it successfully. Somehow kept parading around talking about how you got a website taken down, even though it's verifiably not true. What else? I think that's pretty much it.
Remember me as significantly worse things, because that's kind of how this works. People's memories and history is subjective, and depending on the reputation you have, different people are going to remember you different ways. And I hope that all the people in my audience who are fans of him and his content can understand this, and understand that I just kind of want to do my own little thing from now on. I don't want people to instantly associate my name with this community. It's been hard enough, the amount of people who have decided not to want to associate with me solely because of my association with him, up until this most recent controversy. So when I said this, it doesn't mean that I never want to talk to him anymore, or that I even have a negative opinion of him now, but more so that I want to be my own person. There's actually a meme that goes around that I'm just the female Vaush, and it's honestly just kind of dehumanizing. Like, I'm my own person.
Didn't you just say people will remember you for fighting online trolls? And now you're crying about what an online troll called you?
I do my own thing.
Or a meme some online troll made of you?
I'm not the female version of another content creator. I know that because I just said that, I'm going to get a whole bunch of comments saying, well, Keffals, actually, you're not the female version of anything because you're a transgendered.
Didn't you also say that your mods like do a good job of taking all the mean comments out? Like, wasn't that a thing too? Like, come on now.
And it's like, that's so true. Thank you so much for the free engagement. Quite literally in the week before all of that happened, I was just saying, okay, I'm gonna wind down my content and I'm gonna try to focus on doing more story-based content, specifically in the horror genre, and I still plan to work on that. But I've just been kind of festering on these thoughts without even having an outlet to really express them.
You have a YouTube channel with an audience. You have the outlet, bro. You have the outlet to speak on anything you want.
And that's honestly why I'm putting this out here, because I feel like I just got punished for trying to be a good friend to someone.
No!
I feel hurt. I feel like with the way that I phrase this makes it sound like I'm trying to say that this was somehow Vaush's fault when it really wasn't.
What? It's directly Vaush's fault. He's the catalyst. You all are just the disease spreading around further. And that's a fact. It started because of Vaush. It got exacerbated because of you and Tipster. Objectively, it is Vaush's fault. Like, what? That's how it started. It starts and ends with Vaush. Why? Because he's the one that had the damn images downloaded. Hello?
Okay, to clarify, it was Vaush's fault for the mistake
thank
that
you.
he made,
Thank
that he
you.
could have avoided.
Thank you.
However, the reaction to it was absolutely insane, and I'm allowed to be upset for how the reaction impacted me, but I'm in no way trying to shift the blame of that reaction onto Vaush when he's been nothing but a good friend to me. And I also want to say that when I first uploaded this video, there were actually multiple comments of people saying that I'm being sex negative for this take, and no.
Class, help me out, because I don't know all the hot new slang. What is sex negative?
No, don't turn your streaming computer into your goon cave computer. Have a streaming computer and have a goon cave computer. You don't need these to be one thing. These should be separate things. I feel hurt. I don't want to defend this guy anymore. I wish him all the best, and I want everyone who's watching this, who's part of his community, to know that I don't hate him. When I'm saying this, what I mean by this is that when this drama cycle inevitably comes up in the future, I'm not touching it with a 20-foot pole. Other people can.
Well, we can't believe that.
If they want to get in the weeds, they are absolutely free to. I just mean that I learned my lesson. I learned that the kitchen was hot and I couldn't handle the heat, and I got out of the kitchen. I don't dislike any of you if you are part of his community or if you want to watch his content. I just don't want people to say the word Keffals and immediately associate it in their heads with Vaush anymore. This isn't me saying anything out of disdain for Vaush. It was just simply that I want people to see me as my own person.
As an idiot.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of Vaush fans who are going to watch this and start talking about Vaush derangement syndrome, but it's like, he's not above criticism. He's hurt a lot of people through his own recklessness. I've talked to countless people who are part of his community who have been hurt by this. There have been ramifications for the people who work with him, for the people who are part of his community. Some of them don't even feel comfortable saying they're a Vaush fan when they're meeting new people. So I was both right that this was going to happen, because it absolutely did happen. There were a lot of people who couldn't handle the criticism that I was giving, which is weird because this is legitimately what Vaush himself has said, that his reckless actions hurt other people and made it hard.
Who? Can y'all name anybody? Like, please? Can y'all name anybody who this has hurt? Can y'all name anybody? Can y'all name anybody who this hurt? That is not Keffals, Tipster, Vaush. Please. I'm begging y'all. Who did this hurt? Who did this affect? That is not those three names.
Hard for people to be part of his community. That was all I said. All I did was repeat Vaush verbatim.
I want to apologize for making it so difficult to be a fan of mine and a member of my community. Seriously. I'm sorry.
But I think the problem is that the well is so poisoned against Vaush. As soon as his fans see like any amount of criticism, it like short circuits their brains. I think this is
Canada doesn't claim Keffals. Well, you claim Canadian bacon, which is ham, so you're gonna have to claim Keffals. Too bad, so sad.
one of the problems with having heaps of bad faith
Mother America doesn't allow.
criticism against a single person, because the sheer amount of criticism against them just overwhelms people. And both good and bad faith criticism get lumped into the same box, and the audience just simply ignores all of it. It's a really shitty situation to be in, and it's a situation that he created through
I don't get the whole community BS. All right, so let me try to explain this type of mindset. People want to be seen, and they want to be seen the dumbest way possible, so they look towards the internet and look for places where they could bond with a bunch of random people in the hopes that everyone agrees. You know, didn't you do this stream earlier? Yeah, this is a new one. Because as I ended my stream, she made this video. So we're back again, because I don't want to do it tomorrow.
through his own recklessness. And I honestly thought better of him because he never seemed like a person who would make a fuck up this big. But we're here now. All of this happened, and I just don't know if I can feel the same way about him anymore. As a result of what—
So yeah, anyone who's like, wait, didn't you just do this? I mean, technically, yes. Didn't you just stream like an hour ago? Technically, yes, but I'm here again because I didn't want to come back tomorrow. And so here we are. I don't see why we would complain about such a thing.
He did, and of me wanting to be there to defend a friend when they were going through the ringer. I have faced so many ramifications for it, and I'm going to be facing more in the future. I'll give credit where credit's due. Vaush was smart to go quiet in the face of this controversy, which could have been a hell of a lot worse for him if he decided to post through it. But unfortunately, this is just never gonna go away.
I mean, he did post through it though.
For the rest of Vaush's career, this is going to be a cycle where it's going to continuously come back up over and over again. The next time it comes up, I don't want to be put on blast because of things I had nothing to do with. This was honestly such a big learning moment for me. I didn't need to publicly defend it.
You're pushing 30. You know what? I need to stop saying things like that because maybe, you know what? Let me be charitable here. Let me be a tad bit charitable. Some people grow up not having a lot of life experiences. They get some, they don't get them all. And so maybe, Keffals has never been in a situation where she is a moron for stepping into a situation that has nothing to do with it. Maybe this is her first time. Maybe this is her first time being in a scenario like this. And she never knew what to do. And this is what she decided to do. Still dumb, but she decided to do it. And you know, maybe this is a learning moment for little old Keffals. You never stop learning. Yeah, it's true. You never truly stop learning. Because guess what? There's people older than you and I right now, older than Keffals, older than Tipster, who are doing some dumb things. Remember like 2 hours ago when we talked about the guy who shot his wife because his wife cheated on her? He probably should have learned a couple things a little bit earlier in life. And now he's gonna learn what a BBC feels like when he drops the soap. And guess what? It's no one's fault but his.
I did. I took the heat for it. But what I really should have done is just reached out privately immediately and just asked him if he was okay. I think sometimes you can just be there for your friends, even if you aren't willing to take the heat for it directly. Because like we all know that there's a lot of rumor libel that goes around with trans people specifically. Me getting put into that crosshair just instigated a lot of that. And it was really, really nasty. I think we can all understand how I am in a specifically vulnerable situation when it comes to that. I think I've also realized from this situation that you don't need to get involved in every single drama. You really don't. I don't think Tipster should have got involved. I think that was really stupid. What could
Free my dude, he ain't do nothing. Tweaked out. You tweaked out. And I know you trolling, but you tweaked out. And I'm gonna let you know you tweaked out. He objectively did something wrong.
you have possibly thought the outcome of doing a public
I know you joking, Jimmy, but still.
call out on Ethan Klein would have been? Honestly. Like, I know you want to defend the people that you like, but sometimes you just gotta sit back. You don't always need to get directly in the mud. Okay, no, absolutely no hate to Tipster. I love Tipster. Tipster is my big bro. He's a really cool dude. Honestly, I didn't need to make this video when I was so tilted. I feel like I just came off like really salty about what happened, and I just kind of redirected that onto people who
You failed at redirecting that. Because in you apparently attempting to, you just made everybody laugh at you even more. Because that's all it was. Everybody laughing at you because of how stupid you are.
honestly had nothing to do with it. And I would be lying if I said that I don't like drama. I love slop. I'm a slopmeister. I am 100% the operator of a slopateria. But I don't want to be directly in the slop. And I'm not going to stop doing commentary on various happenings around the internet. But I don't want to be directly involved in it. Especially when it has nothing to do with me. Actually, I do. I realized from making this video and from dealing with the backlash that I'm pretty much in a position right now where I can't deal with it. So I need all of you to hold me accountable.
Oh, choke, because they're not!
And if you ever see me upload a drama video on this channel ever again, I need you to spam log off Clara in the comments and
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
cyberbully me into deleting the video. This is how you all hold me accountable to make sure that I will never do this again. So if anything, that's my big takeaway from this situation. So with that said, thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, I really hope you had an open mind and understood where I'm coming from, because I'm not saying
When you do commentary, you risk ending up in the mud. Hey, no. Here's how you don't end up in this quote unquote mud. You just be you and be consistent. I know a lot of y'all can't handle that and don't like it, but tough shit. Tough shit. If you get into a situation where you say to yourself, all right, this is what I want to do. I want to just exist and make content. Understand, you can make content. It's just, if you choose to screw up, don't do this. Don't go on Twitter saying everyone's witch hunting you. Just, if a bunch of people say you did it wrong, look back at it and you either say, yeah, I did it wrong, or you didn't do anything wrong and defend it. That's all you gotta do. You do that, you'll be fine.
any of this out of a place of hate. I'm saying all of this out of a place of hurt. It's been rough. So we've officially gone over the entirety of the video. I've been learning a lot and learning to accept my own limitations, honestly. This video taught me that it doesn't matter if I change the format from live streaming to video essay. I just got to avoid it. So I'm gonna go upload on my horror channel for a while. I'm gonna leave this video
$50 say she doesn't do it. $50 say the next video comes on this channel, not the horror channel.
up as the last video that I'm going to be uploading, because I need to think about all of this, quite honestly. Thank you for watching and for hearing me out. I'll probably start uploading again in a few months. Take care, everyone. Hello, everyone.
$50. $50. Anybody want to take that bet? $50. The next video she upload will be on this same channel and not on that horror channel. $50. I want $50. Who gonna take that bet? Who gonna take the bet? I need somebody to take that bet with me. I need somebody to be willing to take that bet with me. Who gonna do it? Come on, I know one of you bozos like to try to take that money up. I know one of you bozos would love that opportunity. You know? Who gonna take that bet? No one? Well, y'all suck. Y'all suck. But guess what? I shall not. No, thank you. This is scam. Sorry, I heard horror channel is horror channel. I mean, look, I probably did make it sound like horror, but I meant horror. Horror. Since, you know, I'm not betting on her, hey, I'll take $350. You don't bet the loser? Hey, all right, get out of here. Go watch Tommy C. That was the only reason why we was here. I don't care if it's only 40 minutes long. It's gonna stay up anyway. Goodbye.